everyone that AHAM is one of the most significant things that has happened in my life during this lifetime. And I've gotten so many benefits from AHAM, but the things that come to mind for purposes of our discussion this evening is just realizing that my search is over. And I spent so many years in churches and in various other kinds of communities looking for the peace that I read about in the Bible. And it wasn't until I came to AHAM with the practices and the tools that were shown how to use the self-inquiry that I actually learned how to return to that ocean of my being. And that is the best gift that anyone can share. And as a consequence of that, or as a result of that, I find that things do come up in my life that normally I would be extremely upset about and totally at the effect. And I'm finding that even if I slip and become at the effect, it doesn't last. And that at some point, the humor in the whole situation reveals itself to me. And I don't stay in upset for long periods of time like I used to. You know, just sitting around seething and stewing in my own juices. All of that stuff is like over, done with.
There has been in the past a strong desire to change what is to occur or to force what isn't to occur. So there is now a settling into this truth, and there's so much more peace, and this the surrender, the feeling of surrender is significant, and it enables just a moving through, flowing with whatever's coming without trying to fight it.
Thank you, love.
But for me, it's a letting go, surrendering a lot of distractions from what is naturally my true nature prior to the eye, prior to the mind, in this pure awareness of I am. And that's what's ordinary. It's at the rock bottom or somehow free of all the overlays. And when I let go into this and surrender whatever is going on, otherwise, the peace and the naturalness and the ordinariness just is so wonderful. I appreciate AHAM for giving me the tools to let that happen.
What is your use of your instructions and what you have learned by being in AHAM and its teaching? What has it provided you during this particular time in your life?
Well, what it's provided me is the knowing that I'm not this body, and the knowing that the anxiety, the fear, the shame, the feeling badly in many, many ways is just a response of conditioned patterns, and that those aren't me. And so it allowed me and encouraged me in a way, I hadn't thought of it in that way, but this word just came up, to just keep using the processes to get clear. It made me know that that wasn't real. The reality was the heart. Is the heart. The reality is love and all of those things that are the heart and that don't change. And it made what I've gotten out of the teaching is what you you say it all the time still, is to inquire without ceasing. And just keep it up, even if it doesn't feel like it's working right now. Just keep the inquiry up, and it strengthened my inquiry so that now I more often inquire into any straying from the heart, even though I've been in the program since '97. I think I was one of those who used inquiry mostly or more with the upset as opposed to with every thought. And sometimes when you would remind us, I would do it, or I would see. I've had insights where I see when you start having and engaging in what we call positive thoughts, and they move on to negative, and that happened a lot in this period. So it strengthened my inquiry more generally.
Okay, love. Thank you for your sharing. It's very. I'm sure it's very significant for all of us. Okay? What do you see and feel? What's occurring with you that may be different than it used to be maybe a few years ago before you came into AHAM?
Just being aware and actually feeling gratitude. Something happened, a deepening of letting go. Just happened. So it's been a beautiful ride without having a ride. And this really isn't touching everything because there was a lot that's occurred, but it's all related to me sticking with the practice.
The other thing is that I find I have more compassion, both for myself and for the externalized forms of me, the mirrors that present themselves in my life. And during this crisis the country is in, I haven't been affected by it hardly at all, except for the people that are around me, which again are mirroring back to me various aspects of myself. But to just know that I can go in that place of rest, and that is my natural state, and that I can choose whether to suffer or not. And to receive that gift and those tools, there's no price. So I'm grateful for what I've received from AHAM, and I've especially appreciated the times that I've been in some with you when I'm in India, which takes me deeper into the experience of my own being. And it's been a pretty awesome ride. I'm very grateful for it.
Thank you, love, for your sharing. And thank all of you that shared tonight. I'm sure that it has been beneficial to everyone on the call.
And I'm just really thankful to be here. And I'm going to do the iSit next month, and it's just going well, Ramana.
Okay. Thank you, love. Okay. Now, your sharing doesn't have to be that colorful. But it's all right if it is. So if anyone else has something.